Oh, good afternoon, everyone. What a lovely way to start the show. Let me introduce you to Henry the Hippo. He is absolutely gorgeous and something that you will be able to make at home with the ability of crochet intermediate, maybe a beginner, who knows. We've got some great kits for you on the show, and they're all from, wait for it everyone, Wee Woolly Wonderfuls. I did it. I've only been practicing for the past hour. And we've got lovely Lisa with us as well, returning here to Hochanda.
Hello.
Is this your third show, Lisa?
It is, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, welcome back. We're very excited about the show. We've got lots of different characters to introduce you to, but let's talk about the company first of all, Lisa. Can you just give us a little bit of background on the company and yourself?
Well, I decided to do something I enjoyed instead of doing the normal 9 to 5, and I just got into crochet and just loved it so much, and decided to teach people how to crochet, make it nice and easy. So quite a few of our kits have video tutorials, and to make it nice and simple.
And you can see those tutorials on your website, so when you get the kits home you can follow the tutorials, but they all come with instruction booklets as well. And what we'll do is we'll let you know what the ability is for each kit as we go through them, Lisa, if that's okay.
Yes, cool.
How fun. Isn't it lovely to do something you love? And if you love crochet, or maybe you've been wanting to get into the world of crochet, then we've got some great kits for you. Let's talk about the new today then. Let's talk about Henry. He is cute, isn't he?
He is, yes.
Now, I've been told he's a little mischievous.
Oh, very. Yes, I can't be held responsible for anything he does in your own home once you've made him, I'm afraid.
Really?
Because he will get up to all sorts.
Now, I've also been told that he likes ice cream and lollies as well, so don't have those lying around.
Yes, you must lock your fridge once you've made him, because he will empty the entire thing.
Oh, he's absolutely gorgeous, and the little ducky rubber ring on him as well. Now, they are separate, so those two items you will be crocheting separately, but what we've got for you in the kit is everything you need to get you started. So let's take a look at the kit. Let me just sit you there for a moment, Henry. So we've got the wool, the chunky wool. Now, is this wool acrylic?
It is, yes.
Perfect. So it's machine washable?
Yes, it's machine washable, which is great if the hippo's for a child.
Yes.
So you can put it in the washing machine and it will come out like new. So.
Now, there are no sew-on plastic eyes or anything like that, so these would be great for children. I mean, do use your own sense when it comes to that. But in the kit, you also get the stuffing as well, so that's your toy stuffing, and plenty of that to go inside Henry in the rubber ring.
Yes, you always get plenty, so you'll never run out.
Perfect, perfect. So if he has eaten a few too many ice creams, you can put a little bit more stuffing in there if you want to. Gorgeous colours. So we've got that lovely hippo shade of grey, and then we've got the lovely, gorgeous golden duck colour there, which is beautiful. You also get the crochet hook as well, so if you don't have one of those, that's included in the kit. And then we've also got this beautiful little charm, if I can hold that up so you can see that, of the hippo, which is absolutely fantastic. Love that. And then included, can you tell me what this is, Lisa?
Is it the hippo? Sorry, I can't see.
The hippo, I've just showed you the hippo. This is like a little...
the stitch marker.
Oh, the stitch marker.
So it's a little stitch marker so you can keep your place when you crochet.
Fantastic.
And you can also use the hippo for that as well. So.
Perfect,
Yeah.
Excellent. And you also get your project bag as well. So everything you need to put together. Now, the project bag is just underneath Henry, so let me just pop that there and just take Henry and that, and everything will collapse, but don't worry about it. There you go. There's your project bag, which is really nice because you can use this bag again. You could even do some embroidery on that, or something if you wish. So that can be your bag for life. That's your project bag. And there's Henry. And the instructions as well. Now, can we give people an indication at home as to their level of ability when it comes to crochet for Henry?
For Henry, someone who can already do basic crochet stitches would be able to manage him. It's nearly all double crochet stitch. The patterns are all written in UK crochet terms, so it's pretty much one stitch throughout, just some increases and decreases. So, but you would need just to be able to do some crochet. But there's lots of video tutorials on our YouTube channel, so you can learn all of the stitches on there.
So if you have done a couple of projects already, this is going to be ideal for you. If you want to jump straight into Henry, maybe you've never crocheted before, then you can give it a go. But we do have some beginner kits for you on the show as well. It's a great price, £24.99. It really is a great price for that whole complete kit. And remember, that's going to make you, look at Henry sitting on the duck, the rubber ring, and Henry so super cute. And also you've got the tutorial for how to stitch on the eyes. And of course, would you call them nails? Are they nails on a hippo?
I don't know what I would probably call them nails.
I think they are
I'm
nails.
not sure.
Nails of sort. Hoofs. Hoofs.
Yeah, his hoofs of his feet.
Hoofy nails.
Yes, his little nails.
Hoofy nails. There you go. Right, that's brand new today. 270356. Oh, we've seen Baby Hippo. Oh, these two have got to go together. They've got to go together. This is Baby Hippo, and have you seen Baby Hippo's friend? It's a little baby duck. £12.99 for the full kit again, 076201. The level of ability for this, Lisa, would be?
The same again, someone who can already crochet some basic stitches would be able to manage him.
Yeah.
But a complete beginner is probably a little bit easier to go for one of our beginner kits.
Yeah,
but you can always get a beginner kit and a hippo and then make him afterwards.
That price is superb, £12.99. And you've got the pattern, so if you wanted to make the hippo again with the duck, you've got the pattern, you can do that with your own wool.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, which is a great idea. So in this kit, you get the stuffing, of course, you get enough of that for your hippo and your duck. You've got the wonderful wool thread there, acrylic. Is this acrylic as well?
Yes.
Yes, acrylic. So everything there in the kit. But there is no crochet needle with this one?
No. No,
Okay.
this one's just the materials to make him.
Perfect, perfect. £12.99. What a fabulous price. 076201. Love him. Baby hippo. Love that. Now, coming up next, we've got some mischievous characters here. We have got Ernie, we have got Bernie, and we have got Sid. Ernie, Bernie and Sid. Now, is Ernie, Bernie and Sid, do we know which is which, or do we just name them when we get them home?
There is a picture on the front of the pattern, so you can see which is which. It's Ernie, Bernie, then Sid.
So Ernie is in the green, then Bernie is in the purple, and then Sid is in the red.
I think so, yes.
Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. They do look a little bit like an entertainment couple, don't they? That yes. These are fantastic though, and a great addition, especially I think at Christmas time.
Yes, yeah.
And I think if you've got these maybe in your Christmas tree or on the shelf in your home, what a wonderful kit to get. In the kit, you get everything you need. You get your crochet hook, you get your stitch marker, that's in there. You've also got the elf charm, which is a stitch marker as well, which is lovely. I mean, you can pop that anywhere, can't you, Lisa? You don't have to use that as your stitch marker. And then you also have the wools to work with as well. And the level for this, what would we need to be? Would it be intermediate or beginner?
I'd say this was a little bit more intermediate. It's a little bit more complicated.
Yes.
So you would have probably need to do a few projects first before attempting the elves, but they're well worth it.
Yeah, they certainly are. Oh, these are fantastic. Now, you're not only going to make the elves themselves, but also tutorials to make those little pom-poms, which are on the top of the hats, and you'll see there on their clothing as well. So you've got two pom-poms there and the little pom-pom on the hat, which is brilliant. Yes, put pom-poms on everything. We love that. So the three mischievous characters here for you, Ernie, Bernie and Sid. If you want to get hold of this, it's only £26.99, 112497. You get, of course, the pattern and the booklet and tutorials online.
There are tutorials for all the different stitches on our YouTube channel, so you can look at the stitches. There isn't a specific one just for the elves, but any stitch that you're stuck with, you could go on there and there will be a tutorial for that.
Perfect, excellent. And remember, you do have that pattern. If you want to make some more, then you can do 112497. We're moving on because we've got some lovely characters coming up. If you like mice, if you love cute, this really is a cute overload show, isn't it, Lisa? It really is. But we've got some fabulous mice for you here, and we've got two sets. We've got a choice of colour, really. You've got the grey or the white, so nothing's stopping you from going for both if you want to, but your main colour for the mice, you've got the grey and the white. Everything again in the kit to get this started and set up. And if you're wondering here, we were thinking they could be accordions, but they're hand warmers.
Yes, they are, yes. Little mufflers to keep their little paws warm.
And they're so sweet. Again, these would be fantastic at Christmas time, but not just at Christmas. I think these are going to be all year round. These could be your little one's best friend, or maybe your best friend just sitting there, keeping you company as you craft away. £16.99, and the kits make 2. So you can see here you've got the lovely hand warmers, and then you've got gorgeous little jumper and scarf on that one. They're so cute, they really are. £16.99 in the pattern. Let's just show you this. Now, can I ask Lisa, when you get these home with the pattern booklets, can you make a jumper for either or?
You can make, there's quite a lot of wool, so you can make a hat, a scarf, a jumper and a little hand muffler. I think it's all of them. That you can make, so you can mix and match their outfits.
Oh,
the patterns for all of them are on the pattern.
Oh, so fantastic! So if you wanted to go for the grey, but you wanted to knit the jumper for the grey mouse, then you can do.
They are all on the pattern, yes.
Perfect. So it's just a case of choosing the colour design. £16.99, 761048. So super cute. Right, we are going to head to demonstrations, but we do have some other items for you. Let's head to the website. This is your pattern bundle for you. If you want to go for this, we've got some brand new and returning favourites in there. So this is going to be your baby Christmas mice, the elves, your baby hippo, and you've got your baby lion as well. So super cute. These are the patterns, everyone. We're very busy for these. They're only £9.99. That's for all 4. 257286 is your item number. And then back in stock, we've got the giraffe. Now that's the kit to make the giraffe. And you get that beautiful, fantastic wool. And if I grab the giraffe, I don't know whether we've got a picture of him there, because this is the most important thing to see. And there he is. Now, isn't that gorgeous? Could be a him, could be a her. And this is going to give you, I think, something that you're going to keep in your family for a very, very long time, or give it as a gift, especially with those rainbow colours at the moment. I think that'd be ideal, don't you, Lisa?
It is, yes. It's been really, really popular with the rainbow colours.
Actually, that's a good point director's just made. If you wanted to make him into a doorstop, or her into a doorstop, you could put something heavy like some beads or some sand or something like that, or rice, for example.
You could use rice, but you can actually buy special beads that you can put inside something sealed and just put inside his bottom, and then he could be a doorstop.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Oh, it's fantastic. Beautiful. If you do want to go for the giraffe, then £28.99. It's a great price to produce something that you're going to absolutely love for many, many years, or maybe give as a gift to somebody to say thank you. 928519 is the item number. We've also got Alfred the Lion as well. And Alfred the Lion, you get, of course, the full kit with Alfred. Oh, he's absolutely amazing. You wait till you see him. He's got quite the mane on him. It's like a little rocker. He really is. He's brilliant. I love him. There's your kit, £23.99. Do you want to see Alfred? Here he is. Look at that mane. He is a bit like a rocker. 1970s glam rocker. Love that. Absolutely perfect. 235769 is your item number. Is beautiful. And again, if you wanted to use him maybe as a doorstop, or maybe put a little bit of weight so that he sits on the shelf and stays there. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. You see his little tail? Look at that. Beautiful. We should have had Alfred for our birthday, the Wizard of Oz birthday. That would have been absolutely perfect. Right, so those are your choices. So we've got some brand new and some returning favourites. Right, let's head over to Lisa. What are we going to have a look at first, Lisa?
Oh, we're going to do a demonstration of how to sew eyes. Oh, because that's something that a lot of people ask me, how to get the eyes to look nice.
Yes.
They can be a little bit awkward. Everybody says get them lopsided. So I thought I'd just show you how easy it is to do them. Right, so all we have here is the wool from the kit and our needle. And we have Henry already. Now this is exactly the same pattern as for the Henry the Hippo. We've just made him in a different colour, just to show you what you can do with it. So once you have the pattern, instead of the normal grey, this is actually called watermelon. So I think it looks quite nice in this. You can make a lot of hippos all in different colours. So what we're going to do, we've threaded our needle, just added a knot at the other end, and then we're going to go through, we're just going to go in through a gap and Henry and come out where we want his eye to start, and we're just going to start it where he's just above his nose, just there. So we're going to come out there, make sure the knot disappears inside, and then it does give quite good details on the pattern of how large to make his eyes, how many stitches apart to do them. So it's very concise, so you know exactly what you're aiming for. So we're going to do his eyes about 2 to 3 stitches high. So we're just going to go back down like so and come out where we went in. And for his eyes, we're just going to do probably about 3 or 4 stitches, just whenever you're happy with how dark his eyes are.
If you wanted to, Lisa, I was just thinking, you know, sometimes when we're putting the eyes onto a teddy bear or a doll, and like you say, you want to get them right, could you use an erasable pen to make a marker, or maybe some paper just in the area so you know where to go?
Yeah, some people do that. You can actually get a pen that will come off, so you could just mark them on. So you've got the shape and then work to that if you find that easier. I think I tend to freehand because I'm so used to doing them, but that would be a lot easier if you're not used to it. But the good thing with them is, if they don't look right when you've finished, don't worry about just taking them out and redoing them, because I think the eyes give the character. So if they're not right, just take it out, just cut your thread, start again, and get them perfect. So give them his character, because Henry's quite a character. So we're just doing, this is about our 4th stitch, and then we're going to go in at the top and come out where we want the new eye to start. So just over there. So always just have a look, make sure they look even. So we're going to come out here, like so. So you can see one eye. And then we're going to do the same again. Always try and get them as even as you can. And also I tend to look at the round that I'm going in on to make sure I'm working on the same round so that they're level. Let's have a look. So let's go in about here, and then we're going to come back out where we went in, and again 3 or 4 stitches. And we always tend to put quite a lot of photographs on our pattern throughout the pattern to show you what you're doing, and also on the back as well there's quite a lot of photos so you can see a close-up of what the eyes look like, so it just makes it easier when you're sewing them. So do use those photos to help you. So we've done about 3 or 4 stitches now on there. So we'll have a look. His eyes look good, look. And then what we're going to do now is do his eyebrows. So with his eyebrow, we start lower down. So we're going to come out exactly where we want the bottom of the eyebrow to be. And then it just goes slightly up, and it just gives him a bit of a quizzical expression, but I think it just gives him the character. So we'll go in.
You could change the expression by using different style eyebrows if you wanted to. You
can do. We do have a few tutorials on YouTube for different style eyes. So we do closed eyes that look like little V's, and we also do sleepy eyes that look like they're asleep with little eyelashes. Lots of different ones, and ones with little eyelashes. So you can choose which eyes suit the character that you're making.
A nice eye would be, you know, the laughing eye, where you draw a straight line and then have the 2 little, like little stripes, not stripes, 2 little bars at the end. So it looks like the eyes are shut and they're laughing. That would be quite cute, would it not?
That's a cute one. So there's so many different ones you can do, but so there's about 3 or 4 on our website, on our YouTube channel that you can do. So we're going to go back down again, like so. And then what we do to finish off our thread, so a lot of people are unsure how to finish off, because you don't want your stitches to unravel, but then you don't want a knot showing where you've finished off your work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down where the eyebrow is finished, and then we're going to come back up through a gap, not through the middle of a stitch, just through a gap. And then what we're going to do is go back down again through the same hole we've just come up, and come back up somewhere else. So you can just do a couple of stitches like so. Like that. And then if we pull it quite tightly and then cut it, and the end will just completely disappear.
Wow. Wow.
And because you've done several stitches inside, they're all mixed in with the stuffing, so they won't unravel. So there we have him. Look.
Oh, Lisa, you made that look so easy.
But say if they are lopsided or don't look quite right, just take one out, just start again. It only takes a few minutes, and you just want him to have the nice character.
Oh, thanks for that, Lisa. That is wonderful. And did you see?
Easy as that.
If you excuse the pun, did you see how easy that was to actually place those eyes on? It's a great technique. You can change the expression with the eyes. You can change the expression with the eyebrows as well. And as Lisa said, you know, if you get something you're not quite keen on it, then just unthread it and start again. And if you are going for more than one Henry, then you could have different expressions on each Henry. He's so gorgeous, isn't he? He really is. And with that rubber ring as well, he's so cute, so sweet. $24.99 gets you the whole kit, 270356. A wonderful gift for maybe a young person in the family. There are no moving parts on here or any parts that you can pull off, for example. I mean, use your own discretion, of course, when you're giving gifts to your children, and bear that in mind, but you'll be making it and you can make that decision. It could be a gift for a friend. Maybe you and your friend like to go on holiday and you like to swim. Maybe once upon a time you had a rubber ring just like that. What a lovely item this would be. And I think it would look really cute as well. It could be in the bathroom, just on the side, just taking a look as you take your baths. Don't put him in the bath though. Not unless he jumps in, but he might because he's mischievous, remember that. $24.99, 270356. And remember, with the kit you also get the instructions as well. Here's the kit. So you get that acrylic wool, which is great because then you can place it in the washing machine and wash it, or hand wash it. I would hand wash it if I was you. If you need to, you get your stitch marker, and you also get that lovely hippo stitch marker, which is like a charm really. So you could use that in other areas, maybe pop it onto a keyring or something like that. So that's Henry the Hippo, and it's a luxury crochet kit as well. We're going for intermediate as a starting point for Henry, but a great price. Now, something that's proven to be very popular, it's the mice. Yes, you've got a choice of the main colour in the mice, and that's either the grey or the white. The white's in the lead at the moment, but you can, with the pattern that you get, create the little muffs there, the little hand warmers, the hats and the pom-poms, or a jumper. So you might want to have a jumper or a scarf, or maybe two jumpers, or just the hand warmers. That is going to be your choice when you get them home. That's fantastic, isn't it, to have that choice. Now, the wool that's used in this kit is alpaca wool. Now, what's the difference when we're crocheting with different wool, for example, acrylic or alpaca? Is there a main difference in the techniques that we use?
The technique is the same. The alpaca is even softer than the acrylic, so it's nice and soft, and quite a few people do like a natural fibre. So it's completely made from wool and alpaca, so it's lovely and soft. You can only wash it mainly by hand, though. That's the only thing to remember with the alpaca. With the acrylic, it's a lot more hard wearing. So if they're for small children, the acrylic's brilliant because you can actually wash the animals.
Yeah, I think that's superb. I mean, you're going to want to take care of them, of course, but if they are gifts for younger members of the family, and maybe some of us are a little bit clumsy, then they are going to get a little bit dirty. So it is nice to keep them clean. So sweet. I think something like this at Christmas time, to have little mice like this, maybe just nestled in the Christmas tree as a Christmas decoration. Can you imagine that? And your grandchildren coming in and they have to find, that would be a good game actually.
That would be, yes. I get a lot of people saying that they've made several mice, and then when children come around at Christmas, they all want to take one home, so the end of patterns are made a lot smaller. But you can put them in the tree, stand them on the shelf. Yeah, it's a decoration, but they're a great little stocking filler for children.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, if you got something like this as you know, when you were younger, as a stocking filler, it'd just be a little friend that you'd have throughout your life. You'd probably still have it today. $16.99, and that will make and create two. So your choice is either the grey mice right there, and they've got little tails. Oh, let me just turn this around. Little tails on there, which is gorgeous. And then that little white mouse, mischievous, running away. There you go. And the choice being the white. The main difference, of course, is the body of the mice, either in white or grey, but the pattern will give you the jumper, the scarf, the hat, or the little hand muffs, which is great. 761048, might be worth thinking about getting maybe a couple of kits, but remember you do get the pattern, so once you've made them once with the alpaca wool, if you wanted to make them again because you've got the pattern, then you can do. So it's a great idea, especially if you've got several grandchildren coming round, if we're all allowed to do that at Christmas. Hopefully we are. Right, moving on down, something else that's been very, very busy, and that is the patterns, these are the patterns that have been very busy. And these will allow you to build, to make and create these wonderful creations with your own wool. So you've got your baby hippo with the little ducky there as well, so that baby hippo and the ducky, so the pattern to create both of those. You've got the elves, so you've got Ernie, Bernie and Sid, fantastic names. You've also got the mice pattern and you've got the baby lion pattern as well. Only $9.99. I think a great gift for someone, the whole complete set of 4, or maybe you're buying them and giving them individually as gifts to people. I think that is a great idea. 259-286, but you're getting all 4 in that bundle for $9.99. Great value for money. Right, a returning favourite. This is Sherbet the Giraffe. Why do you think Sherbet is so popular, Lisa?
There's just something about him. I don't know what it is. We do have different colours, but this one has just been the most popular.
Yeah.
I think because rainbows are popular at the moment and all children love brightly coloured characters.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
And they all come out slightly different because the ball of wool changes colour on its own, so it's quite easy, you're not having to change colour. But because people make different parts first and each ball will be slightly different, they're all going to have a little bit of a different look.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Let me just show you the pattern here, because on the front you can see that you have lovely gorgeous sherbet there, but in different colours, because depending on the type of wool. So you could have a whole family, a whole set. I don't know what a collection of giraffes is called. I think we did this the other week and it's quite a lovely name, but I can't remember. Group, herd, we'll find out. But you could, it's a tower, that's right, a tower of giraffes.
Really? I didn't know that.
Isn't that good? So you could make your own tower of giraffes, but sherbet is fabulous. And like you say, Lisa, with the rainbow colours being so popular at the moment, for so many different reasons, I think it's a wonderful idea to make and create and give this as a gift. And I think this is going to suit any age.
Yes. Oh, we have adults that absolutely love them as well, that have them as characters sat on their desk. So right from babies, children, right through to grown-ups.
Yeah, I think
everybody seems to love sherbet.
Yeah, we're just all big kids really, aren't we?
Yeah.
Lovely, beautiful sherbet. And again, you get the full kit and you also get your stitch markers. Let me just show you this, because you get your giraffe stitch marker in that little gorgeous, beautiful charm. Oh, let's turn in the right way, Janice. There you go. So you could keep that and use that on a charm bracelet or on a key ring.
You could, yes.
Yeah, I think that's lovely. And then you also get your regular stitch marker. So don't worry, you get your regular one, but you also get that lovely charm as well. And you also get your crochet hook. $28.99, 928-519. Now another returning favourite is Alfred the Lion. Now, Alfred could be my favourite. I think he's got lots of character with that mane, don't you? Sort of like, you know, it might be a little bit of a heavy rocker. You know, do be careful if you're doing any kind of heavy rocker dance. Do rock responsibly. But he's a fabulous character, isn't he, Lisa?
He is, yes. He was actually named after one of my customers, Catherine, her granddad, who was a real character, and she sent me details of what he used to be like. He had a thing for Garibaldi biscuits and just all sorts of different things about him. And so he's named after her granddad.
Oh, isn't that lovely?
It's quite a nice little
That is
story,
really nice. That really is. And yeah, he does. That mane is superb. Is that difficult to actually crochet in, because it's quite spectacular with his fringe and everything?
It's not actually. It looks complicated, but again, we've got a video tutorial for that, so you can go to our YouTube channel and just watch how the mane is done step by step.
Love that.
So
and there it is in the instructions.
Yeah, it's quite easy. It's quite therapeutic as well, just doing each little thread. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I do like that. It's lovely, isn't it? £23.99. Would you say intermediate again, Lisa, with this?
Yes, I'd say intermediate, yes. But again, as long as you can do the double crochet stitch, increase and decrease, that's about it, because the other techniques like the mane and also the sole of his foot, which starts with a chain, they've both got video tutorials, so you can just watch them and see how to do that.
Soft as well with that toy stuffing that comes included in the kit. 235769 is your item number if you want to go for that. Now we also have some crochet hooks for you, really nicely brightly coloured for you, and these are just £15.99, and the sizes range from 2mm to 6mm, so there's 9 in total. You get that lovely bag as well from Wee Woolly Wonderful. 284800 is your item number if you want to go for that. I think that's a great set to get if you are embarking onto your first journey of crochet, because you've got that lovely, beautiful colours to it. It's just funky, isn't it? It's great. Right, let's head back to Lisa for another demonstration. What we're going to have a look at now, Lisa?
We're going to show you how to do a little scarf for the mouse.
Oh,
they all need plenty of scarves, keep those necks warm.
Yeah, we certainly do.
But this is a slightly different technique because it starts with a chain. So that's why I thought I'd show this, just to show how easy it is once you get the hang of it. But the pattern does have, as Janice said, all different items. So you can choose what to make. You can make them a hat and scarf, a jumper, muffler, make them 2 jumpers, whatever you like. There is another pattern in there for all of them. But to make the scarf, we're going to start with a chain, which is a very good thing to practice with if you're new to crochet, because it's quite repetitive, so quite easy to do. So I'll show you how to do that. So first we're going to do a slip knot, which is just simply making a loop and then putting your thread through like so. And a slip knot's great because you can just alter it by pulling to make it bigger or smaller. I'm going to pop that on our hook like so. And then a chain is simply, all we do is hold the yarn that comes from the ball of wool, wrap it around the back, and then just pull it through the loop. Oops, you feel a little bit like an octopus when you're learning to crochet because there's so many things to hold on to. But with a little bit of practice, you soon get used to it. So we're holding the hook in my right hand, the yarn with my left, and then just going over the top like so. And then using the crochet hook just to grab the yarn and pull it through the loop. And that is a chain, simple as that. So we'll just keep doing that. So this is a great way if you're learning to crochet just to start with a chain, because it's just so repetitive with the putting the wool around and then just pulling it through.
And what size crochet hook are you using, Lisa?
For the baby mice, this one's a 3.5mm. So there is one of these in the crochet hook set, okay, if you don't have one already. So we're just going to do the chain. So I'll just keep going on that, and then I'll show you how to turn around and come back down for the scarf. So you could actually make the scarf a lot longer or shorter, whatever you wanted, but on the pattern it's 40 chains. So we're going to do about 40. So it's quite simple to do. So you can see how quickly you can do it once you get started.
I think this is a great starting point, because once you've done a scarf for the mice, all you've then got to do is just do something for longer and bigger, and you could actually make a scarf for yourself.
You could do. You certainly could. And it's one of those things you can just do when you start watching television or doing something else, because it's quite simple to do, and a lot of the animals are the same stitch, so it's not something really complicated. You can just watch the television and do it.
And when we're crocheting the animals like the mice or Henry or the elves, do we crochet different parts and then stitch them together, or is it one continuous crochet?
With things like, say with the mouse, the very few parts, so there's not much sewing up to do, which I'm a knitter as well, and I find with knitting, I love it, but there's such a lot of seaming, such a lot of parts to stitch together. With crochet, things are made round in a full unit, so there's no seaming up to do. So with the mice, you've got the legs and the body are all one section, then you've got the head, the arms and the ears. So it's quite simple just to stitch them together. It doesn't take long, and it's not lots of sewing up, so perfect. I prefer that. So we've done quite a few chains, and what we're going to do now is we're going to work back along the chain. We don't work into the nearest chain to our hook because it'd be very difficult to get into anywhere. So the instruction, it says to work from the second chain from the hook. So we just count, so that's the first one, and the second one is here. So we'll just pop our hook through there. And now we're just doing a double crochet stitch. So we'll wrap the yarn through, pull it through. So we have 2 loops on our hook, and then we yarn over again, which is just where you put the yarn around the hook and pull it through both of the loops, and that's a double crochet stitch. So we just go into each of the chains, just making 1 double crochet stitch into each chain. So we'll go in again, pull the yarn through, and then yarn over, pull it through both loops. So there are video tutorials for a lot of the stitches, so anything you think, I'm not sure what that stitch is, you can just pop onto our YouTube channel and find a tutorial for it, so it makes it nice and easy. So we're just going to work along the chain, doing 1 double crochet stitch in each, and then we just work all the way to the end, and then we're just going to turn around and come back again, do 1 more round. If you want a nice thick scarf, you could do more rows.
Yeah, you could do.
Or if you want it shorter, so you can make him one that just goes around his neck, you can just do a shorter number of chains and just make it thicker, and he'll have a nice little chunkier scarf on.
And when you've done the scarf is actually, it is a proper scarf that you put around the mouse. And then just simply put together at the front. It's not something that's attached. But I guess you could attach it if you don't want to lose it.
You could, yes. You could just put a couple of, wrap it around his neck and then just put a couple of stitches just so it doesn't get lost. I tend to leave them loose, and then you can, you know, you can take them off, put them on, especially children that often like to dress them, don't they, and pop the little jumper on, and you can have little jumpers in all different colours, and the nice, not just for Christmas.
The little jumper comes off as well. So let me just show you this. So if you wanted to take, I'm not going to undress the mouse, but I'll just show you. Close your eyes if you're offended. Woohoo! There you go. But you can actually take that jumper off, which is brilliant. If you go for a couple of the kits, or maybe you've got some extra wool at home, you could make different coloured jumpers, different coloured scarves if you want to, which is so cute. And you've got the hat. Now, the scarf can come off, the jumper can come off as well, but the scarf itself, that's attached to the top of the mouse, the hat, sorry, not the scarf.
I have with those, because the hats, you can just perch them on the head, but they do tend to fall off much easier with the hats. So I've stitched those on, just so that they don't get lost.
And if you want to, this is a good idea. So you've got the kit to make the white and the red mice, fantastic, the grey and the red mice, but you've got the pattern booklet. So maybe these are going to be a gift for grandchildren, but how about for your brother or your sister or your dad or your mum? If they support a certain football team, do you see where I'm going? You could knit a scarf or a jumper or a hat in the favourite colours of your football team, which would be a great gift for your dad, or for me, or for anyone else that supports a football club in that way. But they're so super and fantastic, and the choice is in the white or the grey. The white, a third of the stock has gone of the white.
Really?
Yeah. Now I would have thought the grey would have been more popular. I don't know why, but I would have thought the grey would have been more popular, but it seems the white is. But the grey are just as fantastic, aren't they? Little grey field mice, for example, and they're warming up their hands in those little hand muffs there, which are gorgeous. Everything you need in the kit. Oh, come here, you. They're all trying to run off now. And it's out in it. Oh, here we go. Come back up. And it's alpaca wool as well, so it's nice and soft. Hand wash if you need to, which is perfect. You don't get the crochet hook, so if you've got a crochet hook, these kits will be perfect. Or you can go for, oh dear, well, you're running away. You can go for the set of crochet hooks that we've got for you on the show. There you go. I'm going to just stay like that, and I'm not going to move. $16.99. It makes 2 mice, and you choose between the white or the grey, the white being the most popular. Let's have a look at the website. This is where you can go and have a look at all the different kits we've got available for you on the show, including the patterns only. Here we go. So have a peruse through. If you want to go for the 4 patterns, they're only $9.99. And if you want to treat yourself to some new crochet hooks, then we've got those for you as well. You can also see the 7-day savers on the website as you have a peruse. Right, let's head back to Lisa and let's have another demonstration.
pop that one to one side, and we're going to look now at Sherbet the Giraffe. We just love him. Right, so we've got the coloured wool, and we're going to just make one of the small parts, which is the tail. So lots of people find this bit a bit tricky just because you're making quite a long thin shape, so I thought I'll show you how to make that easier. And so with the tail, we are going to do a magic circle with 4 double crochet stitches. If you haven't done a magic circle before, again, video tutorials, where would we be without them? So we're going to make the magic circle, like so, and we're just making it with 4 stitches. So it's a little bit fiddlier because it's so few stitches. I'll show you a little trick that's going to make it easier. So there's our magic circle. There we are. And then our next instruction is we're doing 4 stitches and we're going to do 5 rounds. So it's another 20 stitches, and it's making a long thin tube. And then there's little tassels to add to the end. So I can also show you how to do that. So
do you think with crochet, because it's, and I mean this respectfully, it's quite repetitive, that you can get into the flow of the craft very, very quickly? Very quickly.
Once you've learnt the magic circle, how to do a double crochet stitch, increasing and decreasing is really simple as well. Once you've got those learnt, that's pretty much it. Then there's sewing together and a few other techniques, but most of the patterns are 1 stitch. So once you've learnt how to do that, it's quite quick to, you know, to learn how to do it. And once you've done one, you can then make the others. And this, the giraffe, does have tutorials right from the beginning, right the way through. So if you're a complete beginner, you never even touched a crochet hook before, you can get Sherbet the Giraffe, follow the video tutorials, and it even shows you exactly what each instruction means. So it'll show you it on the pattern and then show you physically what to do, and take you through all the different stitches, and then even showing you how to sew up at the end, add the eyes, just to make it a step-by-step walkthrough. So if you're a complete beginner, go for Sherbet, because you'll be able to learn how to crochet. And once you can make the giraffe, you'll be able to make the hippo, the lion, and go through the, you know, the full collection. So
we were just having a bit of a dance there with Sherbet as you were talking us through those. He really is fun and funky, isn't he? He really, really is. And the actual wool that you're getting, beautiful colours. And like you say, Lisa, you don't have to worry about changing the colours. It's a variegated thread, so it will change as you stitch away. Is it stitching in crochet? Would you call it a stitch?
Crochet stitch, yes.
Yeah, so you stitch away. Perfect.
Now I'll show you this bit, because a lot of people find it fiddly when they're doing a tube, because if you look here, it's quite hard to see your stitches. So what we do is I take my hook out and I'm going to push the inside through. So all I'm doing is pushing it into a tube shape, tongue twister. I'll cut the starting thread out because that just gets in the way a little bit. We can just chop that off. And because I've pushed that through, can see the beginnings of the tube shape for the tail, and now we can see our stitches a lot clearer.
Do we know what
what
we call on the top of the giraffe? Not antlers.
Ossicones.
Ossicones?
Yes, ossicones.
Well, Lisa, I'm impressed.
I've impressed you with that, haven't I now?
You've impressed me all the show, but you've impressed me even more now. What's the word again?
Ossicone.
Ossicone. Ossicone. You see, every day's a school day. Ossicone. Sorry, I'll let you get on with your ossicones.
Well, I'm impressed with the Tower of Giraffes. I think that's perfect.
There you go.
It's just brilliant. I should have called it a Tower of Giraffes on the pattern leaflet. So we're just going to go round in circles now, making this tube. And what I tend to do with Sherbet as well is you can chop out different bits of colour to make different parts. If you see on the spots, what I've done is just cut out a section, let's say of blue, and just made one spot in blue and one spot in yellow and one spot in orange.
Oh yeah.
So you can do that if you wanted to. If you don't want to, if you just want to see how it goes, you can. But with the tail as well, I do tend to make the tail in one colour and then the the fluffy bits at the end, making a different colour.
Oh, look at that.
So he's got an orange and pink tail and blue at the end. It just adds a little bit to the character.
I love that.
I mean, you don't have to do that. You can just see how the wool goes, but you can pick and choose your colours if you want to do that.
Oh.
So we're just doing a little tube, and then we can show you how to do the little bits on the end. So I'm getting a bit stuck on it now. It's a little bit fiddly. The way to do this is just to take your time with it, because you're working in such a small circle. It's a little bit more awkward than when you're working in a bigger circle.
Do you stuff the
Ossicones?
Ossicone. I don't know, I can't remember.
No, don't bother stuffing those.
No,
you could pop a little bit of stuffing in them, but they seem to hold the shape because it's a chunky wool. It's quite firm and it holds the shape quite well.
Wow, so there's no stuffing in them at all?
There's no stuffing in those at all, no. You could pop a little bit in if you wanted, but they will stand up without.
You don't mind, do you? Oh, if you put a little bell in each.
You could do, couldn't you?
Oh, a little bell, or a little.
That would be cute.
Or a little bell in the ears.
You could. I'm just going to fasten it off a little bit shorter. So we're just fastening off just so we can show you how to do the little fluffy bits on the end. So what I'm going to do, we're going to cheat with the colour. So I'm going to take out the blue. So I'm just going to cut that off so we can get the end to be green.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut the green out. So I've got a nice green section here. Thread it onto the needle, which you also get the needle in the full kits as well, just to make it easier. It's got a nice wide eye on it so you can get the wool through.
Now, so just to let everyone at home know, we've only got 9 minutes left on the show. Wow. I don't know where the time goes, but doesn't it prove that crocheting is a wonderful craft? Because it makes you feel relaxed, you get absorbed in it as well, and then at the end you get to make some wonderful creations.
You do. It's the satisfaction at the end of making something. I get people sending me messages saying, I can't believe how happy I feel that I've completed it. It's like a sense of achievement that you've managed to create something, and the children's faces, if you give it to a child, and
now don't you have
just adore them.
VIP section on your website, like a little club that people can join?
Ah, we do, yes. That's in like free mails.
Yeah.
So the VIPs you can join. We only send an email about once a month, and you will get first view of new kits. You'll also get, if we've got any special offers on, you can also be the first to hear about anything new that's coming out.
Oh, so that's lovely that you keep people informed and give them little extras every now and again. Yeah,
so they'll get something extra. But one of the things that has been popular is our, we've got a Facebook community group. Yeah. So it's a group where people can just join in, talk about anything crochet, if they get stuck on something, how do you do this? Even with different patterns. You can say, I'm stuck on this bit, what do I do? People post photos of, absolutely fantastic, photos of the animals all in different colours. And I bet that's lovely to see, isn't it? It's great to see and show me how, what they've done them in, and it's just such a fun little community. And everybody joins in, showing photos, and it's great. Yeah, that's really enjoyable. What animals are you working on next, Lisa? Can you say? Is it top secret? We're working on our Christmas kit, a new Christmas kit at the moment. Oh, I'm going to have to guess now. It's not ready yet, but it's just about there. Really? Yeah, it's just about ready to test. We have a couple of people that test it for us. I've got an idea what it might be, but I won't give it away. Because I might be wrong, and I don't like to be wrong. It's not a Christmas giraffe. But yeah. Well, you never know. You never know. Times are hard these days, furlough and everything. It's really Might need some giraffes to pull the sleigh this Christmas. The people who've seen it have just think it's the best one yet. But really? I love it, but I'm just designing the little one at the moment. And so we're putting the kit together and we'll get a few people to test it, just obviously check everything works. If there's anything that's not quite fully explained, we'll make sure it's changed before the pattern comes out. Elephants are lovely at Christmas time, aren't they? No, it's not an elephant. Oh, we've already got it. We do have one already. Oh, do you? But, yeah. It's really cute. It's lovely to be part of the club and to become part of that community. Because when you're making items or any of the kits that you've got, you feel really proud of it. And then, of course, it's really nice to be part of that community, to share the pictures of maybe you're putting together
Sherbet, but in a different colour. So it's lovely to share that with Lisa and the team via Facebook, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah, it has been great as well. And I think for a lot of people who've taken up crochet, you know, when they've been at home, you know, maybe isolating, they've taken up crochet and then they've had the group to share all the pictures with and chat to people, and it's just been a really friendly group. So it's great. I love seeing what people put in it, and I'm in there all the time. So if you ask me a question, it's usually me answering. So it's all quite personal.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Isn't that lovely? If you do want to get sherbet, we have been busy. We've been very, very busy. It's the colour, isn't it? I think it's absolutely fantastic. Not only is sherbet super cute, but half the stock has gone. Half the stock has gone, £28.99 to 928519. You also get that lovely project bag. I love the stitch marker, the charm, because you can use that as a charm or you can use it as a stitch marker if you want to. And you also have the regular stitch marker as well. So you get the crochet hook and you also get the stuffing and you get that lovely variegated thread. We've also been busy for Alfred the Lion, and again another luxury crochet kit for you, £23.99. Something new for you to receive in the post for you to take out of the packaging and start to create. And what a wonderful way to make something that you're going to give as a gift or maybe a little friend for yourself. Now the mice are busy, yes they are. The grey and the white are busy. Busiest earlier on was the white. Now there you go, it's still the case actually. Whether you're going for the white or the grey, you can also make the jumper, the scarf or the hat or the hand warmers for either. And that is that they're not pirates. That's the tail of the mice that's been placed that way in the picture. So they're not pirates or anything like that. It's just the way the picture has been taken. Well, it could have been worse. That's all I'll say. It could have been. 761048, £16.99. Right, Lisa, sorry about that. What we're going to have a look at towards the end of the show.
Now I'm just going to show you a trick on how to put heads on amigurumi. A really simple way to do it. So we've got the lion here and we're going to pop his head on and we are going to skewer him with some knitting needles. Sorry lion, I'm apologising. So what we're going to do is to hold it in place, because I do get people asking how to get the head on straight and in a good position, because it can move around when you're trying to sew it. So an old pair of knitting needles, it doesn't look very nice for him, does it? But it works a treat. So we're just going to...
He's got some dealy boppers on.
It does look like it. I remember those from the 80s, yeah, dealy boppers. So we're just going to skewer him like so.
Bless him.
And that will hold the head in position exactly, look at that. That marker's there because we pop a marker on in the pattern to show where the top of the head is, make it nice and easy. So look at that. And it'll hold it in perfect position while you then sew around and sew his head on. And with the limbs, a great way just to keep them in position is with simple pins. So what I tend to do is pin things in position first, just to check that they look correct. Because it's something people struggle with the sewing up, to get a nice finish, to make them look professional.
And what do we use to sew the head and the limbs on? Is it the wool?
Just the wool, yes. Right. It tells you on the pattern to leave a strand and how long to leave it, just to make it simple. And then we just thread the needle with that and sew around. So we can just pin everything in position, and then I always have a look at it and make sure it looks correct, make sure it looks like the arms are level, not lopsided, just to make sure it's all even in a nice position before we start sewing.
Aww.
So we just thread the needle and do a little stitch, one stitch on his body and then one stitch on his head, and just gently go all the way around really neatly to get a nice finish.
Perfect. So, and then you don't see that stitching at all, because you're using the same wool that you're using to crochet.
That's right, so you don't see it at all. So it makes it nice and neat when you're finishing off. But so again, you can watch me doing it with the giraffe. And on YouTube, and you can just see the whole thing being sewn together, how it comes to life.
Fantastic. Oh, thanks, Lisa. I'm just looking at Alfred now, and I'm just seeing Catherine come in on the other side of the studio. It actually looks like Catherine, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Lisa? Lisa thinks so too.
Cheeky.
It does though, Catherine. Do you think it looks like you, Catherine?
Actually, I do think that.
It does, doesn't it? It's got Catherine's hair. This is how Catherine comes into the studio. See her coming down the corridor. Oh dear, I made myself laugh. But these are wonderful kits to get. And again, if this is something new to you, a brand new crochet for you, what a way to start. What a wonderful way to start. We've only got 15 seconds left on the show. Lisa, what a pleasure, what a joy. Thank you so much. Hopefully see you again very, very soon.
Yes,
we'll keep guessing what the new animal is for Christmas.
Yes.
But don't give anything away.
Going to love it.
Stay where you are, everyone, and check out your baskets.